Hey, beautifuls. Today is a lot harder than it was yesterday. My body temperature is just up. So I went to the doctor this morning. We talked about that, about me not being able to regulate my body temperature. Saturday at the event, everybody else walking around. Kids going down water slides, and I was literally sitting there freezing to death. My best friend looked at me and had the chill bumps, hair standing. I had to put my sweatshirt on, and she's just sitting there. She's sweating, and she's like, I know you've talked about it, but I literally never seen you actually. It's hot out here. Yesterday, I could not get my body temperature to warm up. I was freezing yesterday. Today I've been pretty good. We discussed that. We discussed about how I lost my eyesight a few weeks ago. We've also talked about when my blood vessels popping when I take steps in my legs, or like this the other day, this vein here, how it just riz up, and it almost was like an wishbone pattern, and it had just risen up, and it was like it was burning. He's like, and of course you didn't go to the hospital, did you? I was that close going to the hospital. But it eventually passed, and the vein that happened Saturday, I did the same thing in my side of my ankle and foot. Of course, there's really nothing we can do until I hear back from disability and get back my insurance. I've never been on disability before, but he doesn't want me working. He doesn't want me being left alone anymore. So I'm having no choice with that. He's also concerned because I don't digest food properly. Yesterday I was laid up. I helped Shelly out with Kiki, and I was fighting through it, but I was pretty much laid up all day yesterday because I was inflamed. Like, this was way more swollen. It was bigger than my boobie. And sticking out the top of my stomach, and it hurt, and I was sick, and I had indigestion, and it was bad. And my husband's concerned about it. My husband even told him, I'm concerned that she's not digesting her food. And he's like, well, how's your constipation? I've always had constipation since I was a little girl. I would go weeks without being able to use the bathroom. And I do take medications for it. I do enemas. Sometimes they don't work. And the medication, he has me on Lactolose, and it was doing good for a little bit, and then it got where it made me feel like my stomach was being twisted, so I had to stop taking it. I do take it every once in a while. I just can't take it the way he prescribed me to take it. He also prescribed me a medicine to help with the fluid because I swell up so much. He's hoping that it does not affect my blood pressure, because my blood pressure regulates. Like today, my blood pressure was 100/60. The last time I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was 134, I think, over 80. And my blood pressure's never been that high. All my life, I've always had extremely low blood pressure, and now I'm having where it's spiking up high and then dropping. Another issue that we're worried about is the fact of me not being able to feel when I urinate. The spasms I'm having in that area are really bad, but I keep calling it like a rattle. I've had it in my lower rib in the back before. It's off and on, but it's becoming a regular basis in my lower back right here, inward. It feels like a rattle, but I honestly think it's, you know how when you go numb somewhere, the little tingles. I'm thinking it's more like it's like that, but it's so inner. So he's really getting concerned that, and because of the color of my urine, and the fact that if I do feel myself going, there's times it hurts. I have to position myself to be able to go. Like I'll have to go to the bathroom really bad and actually be able to feel it, and I'll have to sit certain positions to be able to go. And then there's times I'm just dripping. He's concerned about that. He's still is on the page that the myotonic dystrophy is affecting me a lot more than the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. But he is thinking because both of them, I guess, are working together, are interfering, like crossing with each other, is what's making it even my situation worse. My lungs sound good. My ear that I've been having issues with is actually sinuses, where everything's dripped down in here. So he put me on medicine on that. So I hadn't really read up on anything that said anything about muscular dystrophy or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome causing you to go deaf, but it's just like I really can't hear out this ear. This ear's constantly itchy. He thinks it's just sinuses. And we discussed about my skin and how I did show him, and I've told him about it before. My best friend made this facial scrub for me, but I also put it on my different body parts when I'm having my hives or my blisters, and how it works. But even without the hives and the blisters, my skin is always, I want to claw it off. I mean, I had that blister that was right here the other day. You can't see it no more because the Juju's took it away. But it got scratched up because it was so itchy, and I'm constantly itching around my mouth, around here, my hands, my feet. He does want me to get more labs done. It's time to get more labs done. He needs to check my liver. The last time my liver was checked, it was large. He wants to get that checked again, and he really does want to get checked about my temperature not regulating. How I will get so ice cold, it can be 90 degrees, 95, and I'm sitting here freezing in the middle of the sunshine outside, not even in a house with AC. I'm standing out in the sun, and everybody else around me is sweating, and I'm sitting there, my lips are turning purple, I'm so cold. That does have him concerned. But until we can get my insurance back, or the disability insurance with disability, we're at a standstill and just hoping that nothing majorly happens between that. He is very nervous about me losing my eyesight completely. I went from having 20/20 vision in the last 3 years, from having 20/20 vision to where I can barely see. Everything's blurry, or it takes me a bit. But that experience, I was blind. Like, I could see light, but I couldn't make anything out. So he is very concerned about that. And my kidney. And, of course, my digestive system, that my husband is really... But it's like I haven't lost no weight. Haven't completely... There's days I don't eat because I can't eat. There's days that it's hard for me to swallow, and I am having more spasms right here. But rather than that... But he thinks the majority of my weight is fluid. He's like, I can press anywhere on your body, and I'm leaving marks. And he watched my left leg swell up just sitting there. And I'm having to prop up because I can't put nothing. If you notice how I'm sitting crooked, my left hip and my left leg is just, yeah. But he sat there and watched it just keep swelling and turning more purple. So we're really hoping these fluid pills helps, but he really wants to get some labs on me. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm going to have to pay out pocket because I need those labs. But that's pretty much about it. Well, my doctor's appointment. Shelly and my husband's going to go look at her apartment and get all that paperwork done. And I'm proud of her and Kiki, her little Chihuahua Pomeranian, all the hard work they've been doing to get her ready for that transfer. And come June, big changes, but hopefully I can get this disability. My doctor is wanting it to be like this, and I told him that's probably not gonna be possible, but he said we're gonna try to make it happen, so we'll see. Well, y'all have a great day. I will be back with more videos later. Bye, beautifuls.